Well, hello again, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and I have the opportunity to help you improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and your English fluency. So I have been having a wonderful time on my trip, and I told you that I would share some of my ventures, some of my experiences with you. And so I wanted to take some time to tell you about my trip and help you to learn a little English along the way. So after recording yesterday's video, we spent some time around the city and we went and had a meal at a local restaurant, which was pretty good. We went to do a little shopping around town. They have so many different places and different options to choose from. Today, I want to tell you about my trip to the Hoover Dam. And so I'm going to talk about that, teach you some English, and show you some pictures along the way. So I hope you're ready for a little bit of learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's quick lesson about the Hoover Dam. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, let me tell you about my trip from Las Vegas to the Hoover Dam. Now, my journey started with a view of Nevada's desert landscape. There was lots of sand, rocky hills, and hardly plants that could survive in this climate because it's so hot. But it's amazing how the desert can be so vast and yet so beautiful at the same time. I really enjoyed it. It was just about a 30-minute trip from Las Vegas to Hoover Dam, or more so about 35 to 40 minutes if I really think about it. Now, after a short drive, we reached the Hoover Dam, which was built nearly 100 years ago. A word to describe Hoover Dam would be monumental, meaning it was so large, it was gigantic, it was huge, and it was a sight to see. It's one of the largest concrete dams in the world, and not only is it massive, but it is also a crucial piece of infrastructure that brings water and power to millions of people across the Southwest region. Now, when I say infrastructure, I actually am talking about something that is man-made or structured or developed by the hands of man. The reservoir behind the dam is called Lake Mead, and it was very beautiful to see. It reminded me of Lake Tahoe, but I think Lake Tahoe, to be honest, is a little bit better, but it was just so beautiful to be able to see this famous lake in Nevada. Now, Lake Mead holds an enormous amount of water, helping to keep places like Las Vegas supplied with water even during the dry seasons of the year. Now, when it comes to the Hoover Dam, you must talk about hydroelectricity, something we learned about. The Hoover Dam uses the power of falling water from Lake Mead to turn turbines or huge like fans, which then generate electricity, which people need in order to live. The clean energy provides and powers homes with what they need, and the city across Nevada, Arizona, and even California. So it was a learning experience, and it was really nice to see. There's also an environmental side to learning about the Hoover Dam. By controlling the flow of the Colorado River, I learned the dam helps prevent flooding downstream, but it also impacts the river's natural ecosystem. Engineers, I learned, have to balance water needs for both people and nature. So nature has a use for the water just as well as people do also. So it was a quite learning experience for this day trip. And if you travel, you want to make sure you come visit Las Vegas as well as the Hoover Dam. Now, the Hoover Dam is more than just a tourist spot. It is a symbol of what people can achieve with determination and engineering and creativity. And just to think about it, we're seeing something that's considered one of the world's greatest engineering marvels. Okay, so we're familiar with Marvel Comics, but the word marvel we use when something is historic, something that is amazing or quite interesting to a lot of people. It's a marvel. So I hope you have enjoyed today's quick lesson. I wanted to tell you about my road trip to Hoover Dam. I told you in yesterday's video that I would share some of the pictures that I took on this road trip, and I hope you have enjoyed them as well as learned some new vocabulary words that I have shared in my description of my trip. Well, with that being said, I am going to prepare for the rest of our trip. I have some other things I'm going to do, and if I can share it with you, I certainly will. And if you have enjoyed today's English lesson, be sure to share it with a friend. Until next time, join me on my next English lesson.